Well, many young, gifted Black artists, particularly those from Africa, believe they're often overlooked in the art world. Yet they carry on producing compelling works like these. One art advisor, collector and writer is helping these creatives get noticed. Adora Mba founded the ADA Contemporary Art Gallery. It's based in Accra, Ghana. And these pieces you're looking at now have all been on display at Mba's gallery. Time now for the exchange and more from Adora Mba herself. She says the art world is traditionally dominated by men, and that's why one of her latest exhibitions celebrates young Black female artists from around the world. Well, earlier I got to speak with Adora Mba. So you have just curated a wonderful exhibition in the House of Fine Art. It's called The Mother of Mankind, and I love the name of this exhibition. Tell us how it came together.
You know, art in London is the capital art city in the world, and even though there's many types of artists, I felt that Black female artists in particular just didn't really have a platform, especially at a time that African art and indeed Black art is really like the du jour. It's hot. It's what a lot of the international art markets are focusing on, but it was always the boys. So Mother of Mankind came about because I wanted to showcase the younger but yet very, very incredible and artists that maybe hadn't done as many shows or were still in school, to give them that kind of big glare and for a lot of people to see the kind of work the continent, indeed around the world, produces.
Now, as I understand it, your father's from Nigeria, your mother's from Ghana, and you spent a lot of time growing up in London, but you decided to open a gallery in Ghana. Why Ghana?
Ghana was a place I felt had an incredible budding art market, but we don't really have many institutions or infrastructures of art. So Lagos, we have museums, we have art fairs, curators, galleries, and art is very ingrained in society and way of life, while Ghana, a country with so much culture and art and design, we don't have anything to show it. So, I thought, being there and being instrumental in helping bring Ghana to the forefront, for the world to see the level of artistry there was very important. And on a personal business note, I didn't really want to go into a saturated market in Lagos. So
Fair enough. So it must have been tricky trying to open a gallery in the middle of a global pandemic. Talk to us about the logistics and the challenges that you faced.
Oh, wow. I mean, it had its challenges, but there was a positive side of it as well. I mean, of course, once everything was signed, then COVID hit. We were originally supposed to open in April and then, had to open instead in October. But what I loved about that was it actually gave me a lot of time to really plan the type of program I wanted to run for the gallery, the kind of artists that I wanted to work with, and it gave them more time to really kind of perfect their work and have more time to come up with these beautiful works that came during COVID and the emotions of COVID. So I think for me personally, it was actually a blessing having an extra 8-9 months to kind of get ready before I opened up.
And talk to us about how you select pieces to be shown both in your gallery and in the exhibition that just happened in London, because you selected artwork from artists all over the world. What was the selection process like, and which pieces stood out to you?
Oh, I can't answer that question, but for me, it was honestly, I think I just kind of had a list of my favorite female artists that were doing incredible things. At the moment, art is so much easier to get in touch with artists from around the world because of things like Instagram, social media. So I get tagged a lot, while on my Instagram page, and the gallery gets tagged a lot. So I remember I've been seeing the work of these young artists, from afar, but always loved them and saved the images and things like that. So it was really me just kind of hitting them up, I think, whether by DMs and some of the artists I knew already, and just saying, I'm doing this show, this is the title, these are some of the artists I'm going to work with, I'd love for you to be a part of it. And I find that there's this wonderful kind of sisterhood with, Black females in the art world. It's a very male-dominated world. It's a very Western world. So, it was almost like getting together as kind of sisters and friends, and everyone to support each other. So I didn't really actually get a no from anyone. I mean, some of the artists couldn't do it because they had shows. They wanted to work, later. So, I think I've been lucky a lot. But, I always watch and read and research and see what's going on, not just my own artists, but, with artists everywhere, because there is just so much going on. And I always like to have like my finger on the pulse with up and coming artists. So I reached out to them and then they said yes.
And for our viewers who haven't seen what you displayed at the exhibition, The Mother of Mankind, explain some of the artwork and the depictions of females in everyday life.
Well, the wonderful thing about Mother of Mankind, which I really loved, was that there were 16 female artists from all over. So we had artists from Lagos, Accra, London. Gosh, we had artists from Canada, South Africa. But what I enjoyed about the show itself was that a lot of the artists did self-portraits. This is really interesting because a lot of artists find it difficult to paint themselves. But what I loved was then in the space in the gallery at Hoffa, it was almost like they were there, even though they weren't there physically, because they all put themselves in their work. But, you can see more of the show. We did a virtual exhibition, so it is on Hoffa's website as well as on my gallery's website as well. So you can still kind of view it. But it is a shame that it's closed down. No one gets to see it in real life. But it was really quite magnificent.
And just finally, your plan is to support younger and emerging artists, particularly Black female African artists. Explain how you hope to foster this next generation of artists.
Gosh, well, I feel for me it's the art market is incredible, but I feel that some people have an advantage over others, and I think that's what I want to help with. I don't want to just show the incredible and the best of the best. I want to actually really kind of educate them and teach them and help guide them in a really quite massive, quite intimidating market, especially internationally, because we just don't have it. As I said, the art schools, we don't have art schools, we don't have many galleries, we don't have many museums, we don't have many curators. So I think it's up to us, the few of us that do this, we have a responsibility to kind of protect and look out for those who want to become, big, major global artists. I think before the days of being an artist was like a very foreign thing to, a young kid somewhere in like Nigeria or in the outskirts of, Ghana or South Africa. But now they're being shown at MoMA and Guggenheim, and it's people like me, and I think people like us are the ones that can help get them there.
Thanks again to artist Adora Mba. Well, up next is Inside Africa. I'm Lynda Kinkade. Stay with CNN.